Hey, Sarah Veblen here. Are you a garment sewer? Do you ever feel disappointed with what you've made because it doesn't fit the way you want it to and it's not very comfortable? Maybe when you are fitting, you're wondering if you're making the right or the best fitting change. And then when you go to take the fitting change to your pattern, do you wonder if you're doing it right or if there's a better way to do it? Rest assured, I've been in your shoes too. And over a long number of years, I felt like I was really unsure about how to do things. And it was especially distressing to me because I had started making custom clothing for individual women. And my promise to them was they would have a garment that fit well and was really comfortable. I knew my fitting skills were improving, and that was good, but I didn't have the confidence that I always was in control. A lot of times I thought, okay, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that, maybe something will happen. And with my personality, I wanted something that I knew left me in control of the process, that I had some sort of reference in the fitting so that I knew where to go next, how I could methodically approach the fitting. And I also started to work with some students. I call them students, people like you who enjoy garment sewing, but were having trouble getting fitting. And so I was exposed to more and more and more figure types, body types, and different fitting issues, and also just different desires. Everybody has their own desire about how a garment is going to feel, what is comfortable to them. So I was gaining a lot of experience. I just lacked this framework that I was really craving for. I realized as I was working with my custom clients and my students that there were a few key things that I always kept going back to. Things like reading drag lines, looking at my horizontal balance lines and using my horizontal balance lines. I refer to them now as HBLs, just because horizontal balance lines is a mouthful. So reading the drag lines, utilizing my HBLs, being methodical about my pattern work, changing the pattern according to what my muslin was, really paying attention to what my hands were doing on the fabric as I fit, how I manipulated the fabric. So I really was taking control of this process. And I began to see that this framework that is now my signature fitting method really worked. I knew it worked because I was producing clothes for my custom clientele. They were extremely happy with it. My students were saying, you're giving me a fit that I've not gotten from anybody else. And it was around then that I wrote my Perfect Fitting book, Complete Guide to Perfect Fitting. And I knew that that was a good book. I was confident in my process then. And I tried in the book to show lots and lots and lots of pictures with a caption that described what it was I was doing. And then fast forward, here we're 10 years after that. What I decided to do was to make a video course showing you every step of my signature fitting method so that you can see my hands move on the fabric. It's not just a caption and a picture, but you can actually see how my hands manipulate the fabric. Plus, I'm talking out loud, talking about what it is that I'm seeing as I'm doing it. Fitting is all about problem solving. The benefit of you doing a video class is that you can see my fingers manipulate the cloth. You can see how I experiment with the manipulation. And at the same time, I'm talking about what it is I'm seeing. I'm talking about when I do one experiment, what that produces versus another experiment. And along with the technical fitting, I also start to talk about visual proportion. So how do you make a body look more visually pleasing rather than you can make a body look less visually pleasing, which is not my goal, but my goal is to make a body look more visually pleasing. And it's amazing to me, the relationship between fit and the visual proportion. This is why I'm so excited to bring you my Fitting Fundamentals video course, and I hope you find that it can help you.